Howdy, this is Tom, and whoops, I just knocked my camera over. Boy, that's a great way to start a show. My desk is really cluttered. Anyway, this is Tom, and this is Tom's Radio 1 Golly, I gotta start over. This is Tom, and this is Tom's Radio Room Show. And this is a TNT, this and that, where I just kind of tell you what's going on. It's not a review or anything like that, just what's happening. And today I want to show you some of the YouTube channels that I listen to. Now, I subscribe to about over 1,000 channels, and mostly about 90% are about shortwave and ham radio and scanner radios. And I get a lot of good material from those other YouTubers out there. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you briefly my latest history of what I've viewed. And just kind of jump around and show you kind of the things that I watch on YouTube and make some comments. So here we go. Let's go over to my history page. Here's my history page. And I think the last time I looked at that was, well, I should start over again. The last time I viewed something was this morning. Now, one of the things, and I'm not just watching my videos, which it appears first glance here, is it appears every time that I reply to a comment on one of my shows, it considers that a view by me. So it ends up in my history. So you can see all these shows of mine that it looks like I just watched them. Well, I watched them from the standpoint I went to the show and replied to a comment. Hope that makes sense. Also, in relationship to, man, I don't know what medicine I took this morning, but it sure has messed me up. Golly. Sorry. Sorry. Whoa. Maybe I should start. No, I don't want to start over. This is just a this and that show, so I ain't going to start over. Anyway, what was I saying? Stand by for 1 second. Boy, early in the morning, my sinuses, excuse me, go crazy. And I apologize for that. I'm sorry for the grossness and whatever, clearing of my throat. What the heck was I saying? I don't know. Oh, I was saying about comments. Would you believe comment notifications are now again coming to me? And I seem to be getting a notification for every comment, which is the way it was 6 months ago. So maybe YouTube has fixed that, and I don't have to do my manual looking for comments. I can now once again rely on getting a notification. Hopefully. It might break again. But anyway, so let's just look at some people, other people's YouTube videos that I've watched besides my own. Now here's one. The last couple of shows were on this Texan AN 2000 loop antenna, and one of my viewers, who also has a YouTube channel, had done a review of this particular antenna and did a pretty good review, and so I've watched it. So there's one that I suggest you go look at, and there's the name of the channel right there. There we go. And check him out. Here's another one that I have recently added to my subscriber list. And then there's good old me again. Now here's the original video that I saw on this Texan AN 200 loop antenna that got me interested in the antenna, and I bought one. And that was put out by Mike. And he's I think he just started on doing videos, so you might check his channel out too. Now this guy here, excuse me, he's been around for quite a while. He does excellent videos, and you can see this video, and I don't know how old it is. I think it's fairly old, but he's had 11,000 views on this, excuse me, on this particular show about loop antenna, and again, it's the same antenna. So check out Radio Ham Guy's channel. There he is right there. Got a lot of, he's got 8,000 subscribers, so he must be doing something right. Now here's another one that I think I subscribed to him about 4 months ago, maybe longer, and his name is Eric Williams, and he does a show on electronic hobbies, be it ham radio, be it microcomputers, be it RC radio, RC hobby. I'm having a bad morning. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I have pointed to several of his shows in my show, and what he did for quite a while there is he had a weekly hangout, which was a live show that he did on Monday nights at 7 p.m. And I really liked those shows. It was very informative. He had a script, and so he didn't just ramble like I do. So it was very professionally done. And he then stopped because he was getting married, and you know that can take up a lot of your time. He stopped doing his weekly videos for a couple months while he got married and got reorganized and all that stuff. And this past week, he started doing his weekly shows again. Now he does shows like me just kind of randomly, and they're all very good and very informative. So check out, excuse me, Eric. Golly, I'm sorry. I really apologize for my throat going bonkers on me. Check out Eric's website. Let me just highlight it here so you can see it. There it is right there. And matter of fact, this is one of his projects. Is a little garden that he's made that goes inside of this little wine cooler cabinet, and he uses, I think, an Adreno computer or microcomputer to control the environment. Pretty cool. And as a matter of fact, he's up for the contest, and he might win. So check out his channel. Like I say, I'm not going to go over all these. I'm just going to highlight a couple of them. Now here's one on Skyrim gaming, which I was involved in and I kind of gotten away from, but I still like to watch the videos. And I apologize if I don't touch on to your particular channel. I'm just kind of randomly going through these. This is an interesting video. Apparently this is a kit that is made over in Europe, and then you put the radio together, and it's a shortwave super heterodyne radio, and this gentleman has done a number of videos on that radio. It's kind of a cool looking kit. I wish it was available in the United States, but I don't think it is. Okay, we just move along real quick here. Now here's one I found recently. This guy has a number of newer scanner radios with all the latest digital decoding and everything, and I started watching him because I'm in the market for a new scanner radio to replace mine, because local services here have gone digital, so that you don't have the right radio, you can't hear anything. So I subscribed to him not too long ago. He's got a number of videos on newer digital scanner radios. And then here's my good buddy Sparky. Um, he's been doing videos for quite a while. He is kind of I call him a radio hacker, and he's just experimenting with different radios and different antennas. Kind of interesting to watch because he's really, he's kind of open loop. So it's interesting to see what he's doing, and he doesn't publicize his channel that much, so he doesn't have a lot of subscribers. He does have a lot of videos. You see, he's got 265 videos. And lately he's been experimenting with antennas, not a real scientific approach, but just kind of a hacker's approach, which I appreciate. So check him out. Sparkzilla85 is his channel, and his name is Dennis. Here's another one that I just recently found, again looking for scanner radios. It's called Monitoring Reviews. And it's basically about scanners, and the gentleman reviews a lot of the newer scanner radios again. Well, of course, that's what I'm looking at. So here you can see I've seen a couple of his shows. Now, if you're into solar panels, USB chargers, cameras, this gentleman here does some excellent shows, and his name's Julian, and he's done like 380 videos, and he has 52,000 subscribers. So it gives you kind of idea. He's pretty popular and knows what he's doing. There's another one of his videos. He puts out a lot of videos. Now here's Eric Williams' little video about his kitchen counter garden that I spoke about earlier. And we're just going to quickly go through these again. I'm not going to touch on every one of them. And I apologize if I don't touch on yours. Doesn't mean that it's not a good channel or anything. It's just I skipped over it. Okay, I think we've highlighted enough of them. Oh, this one is an excellent channel for shortwave listeners. This guy has experimented with shortwave radios. He has a ton of videos. He's got 2,635 videos, plus he has 2 or 3 other channels about other things such as Windows. And he does an excellent job of his reviews. Plus, again, he was one of those that had a weekly show about shortwave listening. He got kind of busy and bogged down, so he stopped for the summer. And I think next month, October, he's going to start those weekly shows up again. So check him out. His channel is Official SWL Channel. I've mentioned him before. Like I say, he does some great videos. And then there's this turkey here that can't clear his throat. And this is the lady, and I mentioned her shows a couple of times, that does reports on space weather, which also will affect shortwave listening. She typically mentions whether the present conditions will affect amateur radio operators and shortwave listeners. So I pointed to her a couple of times. I've shared some of her videos. Check her out. Oh, and then there's that turkey Tom again. Let's see. Okay, I think I've touched on a few of them. Whoops, I'm going to skip over that one. I don't know how that one got in there. Oh, you boy. Yeah, that's about it. Oh, this again is Mike's review of the loop antenna that I just tested. It's over there in the corner here, and he's using I can't remember, a Texan 360 radio, which this radio apparently doesn't have a very good AM loop antenna, internal AM loop antenna, probably because of the configuration of it. It's long and slender, and it's used vertically. And matter of fact, it even comes with a little loop plug-in antenna that you plug in. Therefore, and that's something I forgot about, therefore, this radio has a jack on the top for an external AM antenna. So I need to dig mine out. I've got one of these, and dig mine out and see how it does with plugging in a cable to this loop antenna to the radio. And like I say, this is a video I saw where with this radio, this AN200 antenna really improved the medium wave reception. Okay, I think I'll call it a day right there. Again, let me see. No. Oh, here. I have 1,005 subscriptions. Now, many of those are inactive. One of the other things I was struggling with is I wasn't getting notifications when somebody posted a new video on their channel. Because that's an option that you can turn on or turn off. And I have selectively turned on notifications. And that's still not working very good. So every day what I do is I come to this page, go to my subscriptions, and manually go through all the things that have been posting and highlight them to watch later. And I'm using a Roku little interface box that connects to your TV, and then it connects to the internet via Wi-Fi. And one of the options under it, besides watching various shows, is there is a YouTube channel option, and then you can watch YouTube shows on your TV. So that's what I do. I come in here and I mark them to watch later. I then go down and sit in my easy chair, in my big screen TV, and watch the videos on there. Now, sometimes I just watch them on my computer if there's something I want to see right away. So anyway, that's my babbling for today. Hope to do some more testing of the loop antenna, and I have several radios I'm going to try it on and see how it does. I was planning on doing some field testing today, but it's overcast and threatening to rain, so I'm not going to do that today. So anyway, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.